For 3 years, he slept on a concrete floor, inside a broken-down shop, while everyone thought he had failed. The windows were cracked, the paint was peeling. When it rained, water slid down the inside of the walls, like the building itself was crying. Outside, life moved on. His college friends were posting photos of new homes in the suburbs of Dallas, promotions in Chicago, weddings in California vineyards, LinkedIn updates, smiling selfies. Blessed, grateful, hard work pays off. And then there was him. No job title, no steady income, no apartment, just a forgotten storefront on the edge of town. His family didn't understand. At Thanksgiving, his uncle pulled him aside. "Son, it's okay to admit when something doesn't work." His mother tried to be gentle. "You can always come back home, just be realistic." Old classmates whispered when they saw him downtown. He threw his life away. He had so much potential. 3 years and nothing to show for it. But what no one knew was that every night while the city slept, he was building something that would change everything. His name was Daniel Carter. He grew up in a small manufacturing town in Ohio, the kind of place where factories once roared, but now stood silent. His father worked double shifts at a warehouse. His mother cleaned offices at night. Money was never abundant, but effort was. From a young age, Daniel noticed something. His parents worked harder than anyone he knew, but they never seemed to get ahead. Bills kept coming, cars kept breaking down, stress never left the house. At 14, Daniel found an old laptop at a yard sale for $20. The screen flickered, the battery barely held a charge. But that laptop became his world. He taught himself how to code from free YouTube videos. He learned design from online forums. He studied successful American entrepreneurs, people who started in garages, basements, dorm rooms. He didn't want a job, he wanted ownership. At 18, he was accepted into a state university, but after 1 year, the debt terrified him. He dropped out. People said he was crazy. "You're throwing away your future." But Daniel believed something else. "If I'm going to struggle, I'd rather struggle building my own dream." At 24, Daniel took a safe job at a logistics company. Steady paycheck, health insurance, predictable life. For 2 years, he tried to silence the voice inside him, but every day felt like slowly suffocating. He worked on his idea at night, a custom-built productivity software designed specifically for small blue-collar businesses, contractors, mechanics, local shop owners. He knew those people. He grew up around them. They deserved better tools. One Friday afternoon, he was called into the office. "Budget cuts," they said. Just like that, he was unemployed. At 26 years old, he had $812 in his bank account. His girlfriend left 2 months later. "I need stability," she said. His friends stopped inviting him out. He couldn't afford dinners, or trips, or weddings. One night, driving past downtown, he saw it. A small, abandoned repair shop. For rent. Cheap. Dust covered the windows. The sign was half broken. The landlord didn't ask many questions. He signed the lease. He moved in. Not officially, but practically. The back room became his bedroom. A thin mattress on concrete. One folding table. A second-hand monitor. He showered at a 24-hour gym. He ate rice, eggs, peanut butter. He kept the lights low to save electricity. Winters were brutal. Sometimes he wore gloves while typing. But every day he built. He redesigned the software from scratch. He called small businesses, offering free trials. He drove across counties to demo his product in person. Most said no. Some laughed. One mechanic told him, "Kid, I've been doing this 30 years. I don't need some computer telling me how to run my shop." Each rejection hit hard. At 2 a.m., staring at lines of code, doubt would creep in. What if they're right? What if I'm just wasting time? He would look around at the cracked walls, the cold floor, the silence. Then he'd whisper, "Just one more day." But one more day turned into one more week. One more week turned into one more year. And before he realized it, 3 years had passed. Year 3 was supposed to be the breakthrough. Daniel had rebuilt the software from the ground up. Cleaner interface, faster performance, simple pricing. He called it ForgeFlow, built for the people who built America. Launch day came. He pressed publish. He refreshed the dashboard. 1 visitor, 2 visitors, 3. By midnight, he had 3 paid customers. 3. After 3 years. He stared at the screen, the glow reflecting off tired eyes that hadn't known rest in months. The next week was worse. A payment processor glitch locked 2 accounts. A bug erased part of a contractor's schedule. 1 customer demanded a refund. Online forums were silent. His inbox was empty. He called an investor he'd been pitching for months. "We don't see scalability," the investor said flatly. "It's too niche." Too niche. That night, Daniel didn't code. He sat alone in the dark shop. No music, no keyboard clicks, just silence. The concrete floor felt colder than usual. He looked at his hands, dry, cracked from winter air and stress. 3 years, he whispered. Was it all for nothing? For the first time, quitting didn't feel like weakness. It felt logical. He imagined getting a stable job, an apartment, heat, a bed that wasn't on the floor. No more explaining himself. No more pity looks. No more doubt. He reached for his laptop, not to code, to draft a resume. Then his phone buzzed. 1 email. Subject line, "You don't know me, but..." It was from a small auto repair shop owner in Arizona. "You don't know me," the message began, "but your software saved my business." Daniel froze. The man explained how he'd been drowning in paperwork, missing invoices, losing track of jobs, considering shutting down. ForgeFlow simplified everything. "I finally get home before my kids go to bed," the man wrote. "My wife says I smile again. Don't quit. Guys like us need this." Daniel read the email 3 times. Then something unexpected happened. The shop owner posted about ForgeFlow in a private Facebook group for mechanics. 1 post turned into 5. 5 turned into 20. A small YouTube creator who reviewed tools for contractors stumbled across it. "Hey," the creator said in a video filmed from his truck, "I found this little software built by some guy in Ohio. It's rough around the edges, but it actually works." The video didn't go viral by influencer standards, but in Daniel's world, it exploded. 500 signups in 1 week, then 1,200, then 3,000. His server crashed. But this time, it wasn't from silence, it was from demand. Daniel didn't sleep for 48 hours, fixing bugs, upgrading infrastructure, answering emails personally. For the first time in 3 years, he wasn't chasing customers. They were finding him. 6 months later, ForgeFlow crossed $1 million in annual recurring revenue. Then $3 million. Then $10 million. Daniel hired his first employee. Then 5. Then 20. He moved out of the shop, not because he had to, but because he chose to. One evening, he stood in front of that old storefront. The cracked windows were still there, the paint still peeling. Inside those walls, people saw failure. But inside those walls, he had built discipline, resilience, skill, belief. The software was the product, but the man he became, that was the masterpiece. 3 years of invisibility, 3 years of doubt, 3 years of sleeping on concrete. No applause, no recognition, no guarantees, just relentless belief. Most people quit in the quiet phase, when nobody claps, when nobody notices, when results don't show up fast enough. They think success is loud, but it's not. Success is built in silence. While friends celebrate visible wins, while family questions your sanity, while the world scrolls past your struggle, you are laying bricks. And bricks don't look impressive alone. but stack them long enough and they become a fortress. Daniel didn't succeed because he was the smartest man in the room. He succeeded because when it got lonely, when it got cold, when it got humiliating, he stayed. The world only saw the launch. They didn't see the 3 winters. They only saw the revenue. They didn't see the ramen noodles. They only saw the headline. He built a multi-million-dollar software company. They didn't see the concrete floor. So if you feel behind, if you feel invisible, if you feel like everyone else is moving faster, remember this: the bamboo tree spends years growing underground before it ever breaks the surface. When it finally does, it shoots up 90 feet in weeks. But the growth didn't happen in weeks. It happened in the dark. Maybe you're not buried. Maybe you're planted. Maybe the season you're in isn't punishment. Maybe it's preparation. So stay in the shop, stay in the grind, stay in the quiet, because one day, the same people who doubted you will say they always knew you'd make it, and you'll smile, not because they were wrong, but because you never stopped building. If this story moved you, remember, someone out there is sleeping on their own concrete floor right now, building something no one understands, and they don't need applause, they need endurance. Keep building. Your breakthrough might be one more day away. If this story fired you up and gave you that push you needed today, drop a like to spread the motivation. Leave a comment telling me one thing you're going to take action on right now. It really means a lot and helps others see this too. And if you're ready for more daily doses of mindset shifts, hustle tips, and inspired wins, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Let's keep building together. See you in the next one.